Hi, this is CK at CK Education. When my older son was about, I don't know, I think he was about 5.5 or 6, something like that. He was in kindergarten, and he came running out. It was a half day kindergarten, so they got out around noon or something. It was a little private school, um, and so they only had about, I think, 10 kids in the class and three teachers. So it was a pretty good situation, and he had a lot of fun in kindergarten, and it was close to our house. So a lot of the parents would bring their bikes, in their minivans and SUVs, and they would park the bikes outside the classroom so that when they came out right after school, they could ride their bikes because a lot of the kids wanted to ride bikes. And so this was a typical day like that. And so I was there just before school had ended, and I was waiting for him. And they all came running out, screaming. They're running out. And so my son comes over to where the bikes are, and he puts his helmet on, and he's about to, latch his helmet, when all of a sudden one of the kids says, "Hey, let's go to the tire swings," and they go to the right. They were supposed to come left. They would go to the right, and everybody like a flock of birds. They all just sort of follow this kid. They all go to the tire swings, and my son, I'm looking at his face. He looks very disappointed, and he starts taking his helmet off. And I said, "What's wrong?" He says, "Well, before before we came out, everybody said they were going to ride bikes after school, and so I thought and I wanted to ride bikes, and so I was putting my helmet on. But now they're all playing on the tire swings, and so he starts taking his helmet off, and I said, "Well, why don't you just ride your bike anyway?" And he says, "Yeah, but everybody's on the tire swings." So in that moment, I looked at him and I said, "Look, even though everybody's on the tire swings, what do you want to do?" And he says, "Well, I want to ride bikes." I said, "Okay, put your helmet on, get on the bike, and ride your bike." He says, "Yeah, but nobody's riding bikes with me. They're all on the tire swing." I said, "It doesn't matter. Let them ride the tire swing. If you want to ride bikes, then you can ride your bike." And a big smile came across his face, and it was like a light bulb went on. This little kid, it's like a light bulb went on, as if like, "Oh, I never thought of that. I never thought it'd be okay to just do my thing, even though everybody else is doing the other thing that I don't want to do." And so he puts his helmet on, and I said, "Just ride your bike. You want to ride your bike? Just ride your bike. And after, a couple of times around the playground, I bet you somebody would want to ride their bikes, and they'll come ride their bikes with you. So in the meantime, just enjoy riding your bike." So he gets on his bike, and he's going around, and he's got a big smile on his face, and he's going around, and then he goes around one more time. And sure enough, by around the second time he goes around, one of the kids, he's like, "Hey, I want to go ride bikes." And so he comes running over, and he puts his helmet on, and he starts riding. Like two other kids come over. So within a matter of a few minutes, you got four kids now riding their bikes, along with my son. They're riding but they're laughing, and they're screaming, and they're riding their bikes. And he still vividly remembers this day, this story. And when I tell this story, and I've told this story to him countless times, and also to other people, and he says, "Daddy, every time you tell that story, I don't know why, I just feel good." And the reason I'm telling you this story is, ever since my kids were very young, I wanted to teach them the truth about things, not what is popular opinion, not what the crowd does, not what everybody else thinks, but what is it? You got to be true to yourself, and you got to always pursue the thing that is true, not just popular. And so even at a very young age, I began teaching my kids mindset things that I thought were very important. And one of those things is, you don't have to follow the crowd. In fact, following the crowd in most cases is the wrong path. And so even to this day, I always encourage my kids to stay true to themselves. It doesn't matter what everybody else is doing. If you don't want to do that thing, or if you don't think that that thing is right, or if you don't think that that thing fits you, you don't have to do it just because everybody else is doing it. But the funny thing is, and maybe the sad thing is, a 5 or 6 year old kid can understand this and change his mindset, and yet I see many adults who do the same things. They're so afraid of going against what everybody else does. They're so afraid what other people might say. They're so intimidated by the crowd and herd mentality that they just can't go against it. Even if they don't want to do it, they don't want to, they really have no, they have no interest. They still go along, they smile and they act like they're happy, they act like they're going along. And when deep inside, they're absolutely miserable. They don't even want to do it. They don't want to go. They don't want to participate, but they do because, well, what are they going to say? What will other people say? And as I told my sons many, many times, it doesn't matter what other people say. It's just an opinion. Okay, it's just an opinion. It's not truth. It's just an opinion. All right. It's like someone saying, well, I like blue. Well, I like red. I like yellow. I like green. All right. That's fine. You can like what color you want. I like green. All right. That's fine. I like blue. No problem. All right. You don't have to like the color everybody else likes. You can like the color that you like. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because if you don't learn to do this, you'll never find your true calling. You'll never find your true purpose in life. You'll never find your meaning in life. And in the end, you're going to follow everybody else. But at the very end, you're going to be completely empty inside because you don't even know what you live for. You just live according to other people's expectations. You just did what everybody else wanted you to do. You don't even know what your own interests are. You don't even know what passions you have because you've never taken the time to look inside and to dig a little bit deeper and see, what is it that I want to do? What is it that I must do? What is the thing that I was created to do? Well, I don't know. I'm just going to go along with what everybody else does. And if that's the situation, that's a sad situation in life. You live life only one time. Everybody has a purpose. Everybody has a calling. Everybody has a thing. And you got to find your thing. But it begins with this mindset of, I don't have to go along with everybody else. Everybody else doesn't have to go along with me. I got to find my thing. I have to do my thing. All right. And if you don't get that straight in your mind, and if you are not convinced of your own convictions, then you're just going to be dragged along by everybody else's opinions your whole life. And you will lose your own life because you don't really have a life. You're just living based on other people's expectations. You're not even living your life. You're just existing, floating, if you will, along with what everybody else wants you to do, what everybody else thinks you should do, what you think everybody else wants you to do. So I would encourage you, just like I encouraged my son when he was very young, you don't have to play on the tire swing. If you want to ride bikes, go ride bikes. Yeah, but they're all over there. Let them be. I'm just by myself to riding bikes. It's all right. If you love riding bikes, I'm sure somebody will come along and ride bikes with you. And wait for that person to come along and ride bikes with you. Yeah, but my friend might leave. Yeah, but they might not want to hang out with me anymore. Maybe they're not gonna, they might leave me out. Look, I've said to many people in my life many times that if those people leave you for petty reasons, if people leave you for petty reasons, if people leave you out because you're not doing what they want you to do, those are probably friends you don't want to hang out with anyway. Wait for a true, authentic, real, sincere friend to come along. Now, sometimes that might take time, but it's better to have one great, true, sincere, authentic, honest friend than to have a bunch of acquaintances who just want you to do what they want you to do. You might need to get new friends if those are the only kind of friends you have. Be true to yourself. Don't be discouraged. Be true to yourself. Find your own calling. You want to go ride bikes? Go ride bikes, my friend. You don't have to go to play on the tire swings with them. All right? Because if you do that, I think you'll be much happier, much more secure, and you'll have a much more meaningful and purpose-filled life. So I hope you'll do that. And if you thought this video was helpful, then I encourage you to watch. I have over 100 videos on my channel. I encourage you to go and watch many of those. Again, I've said many times, my motive in saying that is not so that I can increase my views or my subscriptions. It's so that you could be helped, because I have no intention of making money on YouTube. I don't care about that. I just want the viewer, I want you to be helped. And if you think this was helpful, then please share it with people whom you think might be helped as well. There will be a link in this video in the next couple of minutes, I guess, of the playlist that this video is in. And if you click on that, you can watch all of the videos on that playlist. So, but on my channel, I have videos about career success advice, parenting advice, college prep advice for high school students, because that's the business I'm in, and money and personal finance advice and mindset for success advice. So I encourage you to watch all of those. I am sure that they will be very, very helpful to you. And if you will learn those things, and if you will change your mindset, it will indeed change your life. Okay? And I'm not exaggerating. These are things that have changed my life. And so I know that it will change yours as well if you watch, if you learn, if you change. All right? So thank you so much for watching. And until my next video, I hope you stay well.